Well, hello everybody, Monte back. Episode 2 of our Kerbal Space Program 2 adventures. We have 83 science to spend, and we're not even going to play around. We're going to go right to the R&D Center. Hope you are all doing fantastic today. Well, our first choice, we have no options, is light launchers. This will get us the Reliant, the Methalox fuel tank, a radial decoupler, and a nose cone. 10 points down the drain. Now, we want environmental science. This is our science junior. Definitely gonna grab that. Probes we're gonna need. Gonna grab that. Lights and utilities. Maybe not yet. Solid fuel boosters, yes. Orbital rocketry. Or introductory construction. Or both. That's 35 points. Let's do that. And that. There we go. All right, 3 points left. Now, I haven't found somewhere where I can see, like, here's Kerbin, and here's all the R&D, like all the crew reports I've done. So there is that. But a quick reminder, I think what we have to do today is get into orbit. So let's go to the VAB and go ahead and build something for this now that we have some more parts available. Command pod, which we need for a Kerbal, we can still only take one. Let's go with that because I don't want to do a probe. Let's go ahead and throw on a coupler here. Fuel. Oh, it's nice to have one like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Terrier on that. That's like our second stage. Hopefully getting up there. Go ahead and down to the bottom and put on our parachute. Hides down in utility. Science, we have the Science Junior now, so let me... I don't know if that will survive the landing, but let's go ahead and attach it. Oop. Like so. There we go. So that's going to be our second stage. And our lander. So now this time, if I put the coupler on at the right time, let's see if we still have some wobble issues. I just need to hold with the middle mouse button. There we go. Let's go 1, 2, 3 of these guys. Now I think I'm going to go with the higher thrust Reliant. And for fun, because money doesn't matter, let's go ahead and hit the X button to go to symmetry mode. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like Kerbal unless you throw on some boosters. Let's not do those crazy boosters. Let's just give it some little boost. Might not actually be enough. We shall see. I do want to go ahead and throw... Let's put 2 batteries on here. If they don't survive, they don't survive. And some solar panels. That's fine. What's the center of gravity on this thing? Center of thrust, center of mass. I'm just curious, once we burn so much fuel, if I'm going to have the normal issues that I have where I start flipping over, tumbling in and turning, and I want to throw a communication satellite on here. I need to shift X to go back to just a single unit. We'll just take it out like that. That's fine. Okay, cool. Well, we will call this Orbit 1. Let's save that as Orbit 1. both file name and in vehicle name. So here's something we can do. Trip planner, we could say we want to go to Kerbin. Can I just... What's Kerbal? Okay, there we go. Destination, low orbit. Why would I need... Oh, probably because it's counting all the weight that I have. Sometimes you just gotta hit launch, but after you check your staging. So we're gonna have these three all fire. I changed my mind. We're gonna go with the big ones because that's just how we're gonna do it. Those on top. Alright, so now let's have all those go. Get rid of that stage. Those will crack off. Then that. Then the engine. Then that, then that. So can I add one more? Bam. Alright, let's give that a try. 3, 2, 1, launch. And if you want, you just press launch again. And get you going. And I know that's a bit loud, but that is what it is. We're only launching so much. No stability control yet. Valentina's controlling this manually. Drop down main rocket thrusters. Even more, down to 50%. We're going fast enough. Our AP is good. We need to get up to about 80. Drop the boosters. We're still rocking and rolling. I'm going to go ahead and thrust back up to 100%. And actually, I'm going to stop because we're at 100. And we're going to hit 100 in 2 minutes. We're actually at 31. What I'm going to do is when we get closer up here, I don't need to create this maneuver, but just to show you how to do that, and we're going to do a forward prograde thrust. Like so, to try to get into orbit. Alright, so that's not right at the... There we go, that's a little bit better. Something like that. So that should get us up here. So in a minute 46, it's best to burn, like we've got enough up force, right? So now we need to get a little vertical movement. I'm going to go ahead and twist because we were aimed north. And on the nav ball down here, I'm going to aim down the 90-degree mark, which is east. And I'm going to aim down a little bit, like so I'm pointing at the horizon. Because now that we have the vertical thrust upward, I now need thrust sideways. I'm going to go ahead and start burning now. Not going for a perfect equatorial orbit, but that's what that would be called, east to west. A little that I have learned. So we're pushing ourselves out. I'm going to actually hit the brakes again because we've bumped our AP up to 128K. So it's best to burn vertical when you're closer to your AP. We have a minute 30. I could go ahead and like click here and say time warp to point. It'll go ahead and go 3 points faster. That's kind of nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and stability control at the prograde. And I'm going to go ahead and keep burning at that. So pointing prograde. And we're burning. This is going to show that we're running out of fuel. However, we have our second stage. So this is all bonus fuel right now. Boom. Spacebar to drop it. Oh, that's a beauty. We'll screenshot of that. F2 gets rid of the HUD. And I'm going to go ahead and keep burning. Oops. Fire that engine up and burn away. Go ahead and get rid of that maneuver, because we know what we're doing. We're going up. Go ahead and actually wait a little bit longer. I want to wait until we're more at like 30 seconds before I start burning. We have 1,533 delta V left, so change in velocity. If I put in right here a maneuver, I could tell you I need like 1,000 to get into orbit. So we should be good. We do want to give enough to get back. So this would say in 20 seconds I need to start a burn. I'm going to go ahead and start this burn. I'm aiming prograde. Things are good. Life is good. AP is happening in 9 seconds. When I was given vertical thrust earlier, that's what kept spreading that out, but now it's just inevitable. Almost might have waited too long to start this burn. I can see we're pushing out, though, in the right direction, but that exclamation point right there means we are on a crash course. Wow, this is going to be close. It says required delta V 1012. We only have 900 left. This is going to be tight. There's nothing we can do, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this maneuver and just watch it happen. We're watching this. We're hoping this is going to swing around. And it does. I'm going to let that go. There we go. And hit X. So the periapsis went above 80. We are in a successful orbit with these basic parts. Let's go ahead and grab some science. Oh, good science this time. Kerbin low orbit. We can transmit that. 9 seconds. Data we can send, samples we have to bring back. I'm going to go ahead and transmit the low orbit data. This environmental sample came from our Space Junior, so that's nice. We needed to actually collect that in the atmosphere, but do that next time. There we go, research report. And while we're in orbit, we've done some science. I will do the final EVA science. Okay, nothing we can do here. All right, get back on in then. I love orbit because we're safe. There's no crashing down. We can actually see our fuel tank there crashing on down. But let's go ahead and hit up mission control. I'm going to hit F5 for good measure. And let's see what we got done. There you are, you magnificent magnet of scientific study. You did amazing. We had a watch party to celebrate. There was an exact replica of your vessel made out of cake. It was surprisingly flammable. You might have noticed that a new set of missions are now available. You see in the main missions are canon. These contracts are the adventure spin-offs. Some of these challenges bring in more science. Others exist to keep our party manufacturers happy. Part manufacturers. We can't afford to turn away anyone. You do know this is the first space program on Kerbin, right? Now that you have conquered orbit, it's time to visit our nearest neighbor, the Moon. Come back here when you're ready to go. Bonus 75 science, plus all the science that we have already transmitted. And new missions. Spacewalking, EVA while in Kerbin orbit. Going green, attach a Science Junior to a vessel. And moon or bust, track. Now let's see what happens when I go back out to my rocket, which is currently in orbit. It does have a science junior. All right, that didn't count. But if I EVA, that will count. There we go. There's a science reward. Board the ship. Quick save again. Head on back into mission control. And we be spacewalking. Excellent work. Strutco was very impressed. The company rep told us it would be a crime to inhibit such beautiful recklessness. Honestly, I think our demonstration made them question their career choices. I still think there's something to the idea of connecting the astronaut to their vehicle. I wish there was some other way to do it with a rigid tube of aluminum. Oh well. Glad she's not in charge of engineering. Thanks, Science. 40 Science. On Kerbin. Survey on Kerbin. Read the full directions. Anyway, on that note, we did some things. I'm going to actually end it looking at that destroy button. That is some scary stuff. Can I turn the lights on? I think that's the U button. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, the sun is a light enough. Good times. I will deorbit this probably next time. Will Valentina survive another episode? I can't believe she's already made it 2, let's be honest. But thanks all for joining on in. Let's not stare at the sun. I will catch you all on the next episode. And, we got 172 science to spend as of right now. More science if we return Valentina, so. Science to return, not just Valentina. All right, folks. Catch you next time. Thanks all for watching.